Hickson here, ninth grade. Wow. So I want to thank Solomon and Freya today because there was this one hill that was a little steep, and so we got to the top, and I kind of looked over Solomon. We shared this look, and then just ran over, and then Freya joined in. We just started pushing kids up the hills and stuff, but it was so fun. That was when I actually felt like a ninth grader, and I know they did too. And I don't know, it was just one of those SBMS moments.
2 years ago, when I was in 7th grade, I went on the Monterey trip for the first time. I was terrified that I wouldn't be able to do all the rides, and the ride up the Forest of Nisene Marks, or as we so fondly call it, Mount Doom, was especially daunting. It was on Friday, the last day, and the thought of 10 miles up a mountain, in a forest, seemingly in the middle of nowhere, is enough to make anyone nervous. On my first trip, this ride seemed to go on forever. My legs and lungs were burning, and I would have given anything to get off the mountain. Finally, I made it, and looking back, I realized what a valuable experience it had been. When I returned from my first fall trip, my mom asked me what my least favorite part of the trip was. Of course, my answer was the ride up that seemingly impossible mountain. But then, when she asked me what my favorite part was, interestingly enough, again, I said Mount Doom. This is because the feeling that you get when you reach the top is unlike anything else. Like on all other middle school trips, the pride and the achievement of knowing that you have accomplished something like that, knowing that you kept going through all the difficulty and the hardships, makes it all the better. When I look back on that ride 2 years ago, I realized that one of the main reasons why I made it up that hill was a ninth grader named McKenna. She was my bike partner, and she stuck with me throughout the whole ride. Even though she was a fast biker and I was a slow one, and she could have probably made it up the mountain in half the time if she didn't wait for me, she did. She kept encouraging me to keep going, waiting for me, and cheering me on until we finally made it up the mountain. As a ninth grader this year, I had an insight into this trip that the new students didn't. As I watched everyone in my grade help a new student up Mount Doom, like McKenna did for me, I had a whole new appreciation for the mountain. I remembered a giant, practically vertical uphill, and was worried that I wouldn't be able to do it again. But as I went up, wondering where this giant, practically vertical uphill was, I realized that I was on it, riding it, without noticing it. To me, this really highlighted how much SBMS changes you, both physically and mentally. I was so much stronger without even realizing it, and had a determination mindset that I didn't have when I first climbed this mountain 2 years ago. Because of this, I understand why it was now our turn to help the new students up the mountain, cheering them on and showing them the determination and the strength inside each and every one of them.